All right. I think we are about to be live, just a couple minutes late here. And I want to thank everyone for making it to February. Yes, February is here. So what do you guys think about that? Anyways, we are here. Hope you got your drink of choice here today. Tastes pretty good. Okay, guys, welcome to today's Facebook Live. And we are by the pool today. Hey, actually, there's a few things we want to talk about. We want to talk about in the news. I see you're here, Lori. Hey, yay, Lori. We want to talk about a few things in the news here today. And if you remember, and Cheryl, I don't know if Cheryl's here right now, but Cheryl, I want to thank you for doing a quick little Facebook Live yesterday, sharing a little bit about your feelings, your thoughts, being, even though it's Super Bowl Sunday here in the United States, for those of us that live here in the United States, it's like a holiday. And right now, I'm only seeing one, but on my Google Alerts, there was one non-fatal drowning reported yesterday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. A family's dog got outside and got onto thin ice, fell through the ice. The mother and a child ran out to try to rescue the dog. They fell in also. Supposedly all were rescued and all were fine. Basically, I'll tell you what, let's do this here. Let me share my screen with you, and that way you can see what it is we're talking about. Because there's a couple things here I want to share with you on that. So if you can stay down, let's pull that up here. We don't want that screen. That shows my green screen there. So I don't want that. Let me move this down. Let me move this over here because that is what I can see. So anyways, I'm here on my Google Alerts here. So there's some different, this is Google Alerts. This is as of 7 o'clock this morning. So it's this article right here, which is this one here. Okay. Authorities respond to a report of a possible drowning. This is in Nebraska. Let's see, respond to a report of possible drowning by at Fort Kearney at approximately 3 p.m. on Sunday. That's yesterday. The dog ran out onto the ice of a lake and said the woman and a child went to retrieve and fell in through the ice. There were no injuries according to the police. This is what's showing up here. Let's look at some of my other alerts here real quick. Drowning prevention. Let's take a look. Tragedy that could have been avoided. Let's see. No, that's in Bangladesh. Same article there. Just so you know, we were talking about this the other day. So if you don't have your Google Alerts, I set these up because these are certain keywords. They want to set this up here, and you can search these for just about anything you want to search. But I also want to, and I will share this link here too, but on our Google Alerts, let me go back here to drowning. We actually have this article right here. Okay, remarkably recover East Texas child brought back to life after drowning. Okay. This is actually Jennifer Duffy. She's part of our group. Um, and I will share this out here. I don't know. Let's see if it'll play here.
Video taken just before this joyful little boy's life would forever change. On June 15th, 2019, his mom got a call she never expected. The only thing she could get out was it's Lincoln. And I what on, she couldn't say anything. And finally I just broke down and said, "Is he alive?" And she said, "I don't know." Lincoln had been found in this pool next door to his grandparents' house in Hallsville. Doctors think he was in the water for as long as 20 minutes. A teenager pulled his lifeless body out before first responders arrived.
And, I did my assessment on him. He was not alive. He did not have a perfusing heartbeat.
EMTs and paramedics were willing to try anything in that ambulance. A full-grown man just basically, pushing as hard as he can on my kid's chest to try to get him to breathe again. But I'm so thankful he did that. He got him to spit up all the water.
I did perform chest compressions. I did do them harder than I normally would have on somebody his age.
Finally, a pulse. Lincoln brought back to life. A miracle.
Sorry about that.
But doctors still had doubts.
They weren't sure if he was going to make it, honestly. They said that it was some of the most severe brain damage that they had seen.
The difficult diagnosis. Little Lincoln would never walk, talk, or eat again. After hospitals across the state refused to accept him, Dell Children's in Austin finally opened their doors.
That's when everything started to change.
That's where Lincoln had to relearn everything. Breathing on his own. Standing on his own 2 feet. Taking his first steps. Using a special wheelchair.
Little by little, that's all that matters.
Every therapist he had was just in shock. And they said that they were so excited to go to work every single day because they were ready to see Lincoln safe.
5th, almost 3 months after the accident, Lincoln was discharged from Dell. Doctors and nurses who'd become like family, cheering his amazing accomplishment. And his progress continued beyond those hospital walls.
We were home for 2 days, and he started walking on his own completely.
His first words, Mom.
That was the best thing ever.
It's just really just a miracle, really.
There is still a long road ahead. His feeding tube recently removed, and Lincoln still needs multiple medications every day.
Life is so hard. Don't get me wrong. I miss hearing him talk to me, having all those conversations. Yeah. I miss that a lot. Mainly, I love you. I love you, Mom. I know he'll say it again, though.
Kim Utley teaches a class called Infant Swim Resource, or ISR, in Tyler. Each lesson is 10 minutes long and involves lots of tears.
Jennifer had heard about ISR, but didn't know just how important it would be until the accident changed her son's life forever.
Not even just paying for the lessons, but driving every single day to Tyler, and to be here for a 10-minute class. I was like, that's crazy. It's like, it's not going to happen to us. And then the next thing I know, it happened to us.
Drowning is the #1 cause of accidental death in children 1 to 4 years old. It's the #2 cause of death in kids under 14. Kim teaches infants as young as 6 months old.
Once a child's mobile, they can get themselves into trouble. And if they can do that, they can roll on their back and float and survive that situation if an accident were to happen.
She says parents typically teach their children to associate water with fun activities.
Parents they're getting their kids in the water at a really young age and strapping a flotation device on them and teaching them to jump in and have fun, but they're not teaching them what to do when they don't have that device on.
Lessons like this are especially important because layers of protection around water don't always work.
They had the doors locked to the house. he managed to get out 2 doors, unlock them, open them, walk out, shut them behind him, and go out to the pool gate where he opened the pool and went. And we are beginning to get more awareness, which is great, but we need even more.
Lincoln and his sister Layla started classes at the beginning of the year.
He can actually float all by himself now.
Lincoln continuing to do the things doctors said were impossible.
God has just blessed us beyond measure and has healed him in so many ways, in ways that I never expected. And I just am so blessed to be able to be here every day and to hang out with him all the time when he shouldn't even be here at all.
A truly remarkable recovery, documented every step of the way. Cynthia McLaughlin, Fox 51 News.
And we're grateful here for his recovery tonight. Some of the therapy Lincoln isn't covered by insurance. Oxygen therapy alone costs thousands of dollars and has been helping him tremendously to help with these costs. Jennifer has created a GoFundMe page. That's the mom, and you can find a link to that page to help her. Just go to our website, easttexasmatters.com.
Okay, guys. Hey, I'm back at you here. Just wanted to, whoops, wrong one. There we go. Hopefully you heard that fine. That was coming.
It's time to get a whole new perspective on Ram trucks.
Let me get rid of that. Hang on a second. All right. Okay. Yes, Allison. Yeah, we wish all stories had happy endings. And yes, this was in Kilgore, Texas, and I was just I will share that link out. Actually, Jennifer posted, I believe it was yesterday, either Saturday or yesterday in the Kelsey Code. She posted the GoFundMe link. We went ahead and supported that. And I know most of us get inundated with a lot of requests for people to ask for funding and things like that. But this story here, I think, shows you exactly why we should support programs, especially, I mean, my daughter would have easily been probably had permanent damage if all that would have happened. So it's just kind of hard. It's hard to watch, and especially when those of us that see this, I can only hope that a lot of people watch this, a lot of people share this. I mean, they gave it almost 7 minutes worth of time. 7 minutes. I mean, media news stations just don't do that. They just don't cover that much of the information, stories. They just, especially the non-fatal stories. We need to tell these stories. I think, this is my personal opinion, I think the positive stories can do so much good for our cause versus, they're all sad, but at the same time, a positive story can do so much because I think that gets people's attention. That's what people wants to say, and so Jennifer was talking about, a miracle and God and things like that. And I don't know if you was watching here when I flipped over, accidentally flipped, but redoing our logo, I want to share something with you real quick here, and then we'll call it a day. And it's Monday. It's the first Monday of February. And, we're in the second month of this year already. And the first month is down, and Florida, Texas, a lot of states are already recording their first fatal drowning victims. And so we've got a lot of work to do, but I just want to I was looking for something here because I really feel led, and you've heard me talk a little bit about this, but the Drowning Warriors, that's my podcast. And Jennifer, we're gonna be interviewing Jennifer this week for our podcast, and that'll go out, I believe, next week, next Thursday. That episode will go out, and so we'll hopefully be able to tell more of her story and hopefully give some good background, but also give the families to listen to that a call to action for them to take action on and do something. But basically, the Drowning Warriors, I want to read this here. It's real short. It's 2 Corinthians 10:4. And it just says here, and this is really what I feel my mission is all about with the Drowning Warriors, our goal for 2020. And the weapons we fight with are not the weapons of this world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. And I believe the weapons that we have is our education, our information, sharing the conversations, engaging people, challenging the media to cover stories like this. And we fight every day to have our message and have our voice heard. That's our weapon, and that's what we can bring to this world. And obviously divine power has a lot to do with what we do to come and every day do this, because we see stories like this that can be very upsetting when we see them, because we feel like we're not doing enough to make a difference. But we do have the power to demolish the strongholds. And the stronghold here, what I see as the stronghold, is the parents, the people that just do not believe it can happen to them. That's the stronghold. We can demolish that. We can take down that wall. We can take down that and remove it. So people will hear our voice. They'll hear what we're talking about. They'll see our message. And I think that would be extremely powerful. And so I'm adopting that as so I'm redoing my logo once again. I do this all the time. But I'm redoing my logo here today to work on this. And but that's what it's going to be about. And we're going to have this in our store on some T-shirts and different things like that. That this is the Drowning Warriors rally cry. It's going to be, again, let me give it to you. 2 Corinthians 10:4. The weapons we fight with are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish the strongholds. And that's going to be my podcast rallying cry. I really feel it really spoke to me. There were some others, but that one just, because I feel we don't fight this war as warriors with conventional weapons. We use we use our knowledge. We use what we know, and we need help. We need help to do this. We need help to reach more people. So little ones like Lincoln don't have to go through what they're going through, what families don't have to go through what they're going through. So, hey guys, hopefully that came through fine. I will share this link as soon as matter of fact, let me just go here. I'm going to share it right in here real quick. And then we'll jump out of here. So this is the link for that post, and I will share it also on some of my other news feeds here. So, you guys have a great day. Have a great start to the February. All right. Hey, you need anything? Hit me up, rick@thekelsgroup.com. We'll talk to you guys all later. Have an excellent day. All right. We'll see y'all later.